my friends. 'Tis not too late to seek a newer world. Martyr me for Cordis Die. This is something that we all pay for.
Now the mysterious Cordis Die social network has crowdsourced simultaneous protests in both Iran and North Korea. Never seen in public, who really is the leader of Cordis Die? He's known only...
Dad, where does the sun go at night?
Drive any road with an extra set of eyes and navigate any surprises with legendary Forester driver assistance features, so you can explore the world with the ones that mean the world to you.
Normal programming has been suspended by the United States government. This is an activation of the emergency alert system. A civil threat is currently ongoing. The United States government has detected massive protests across the region with words written, a Cordis Die period. Although we cannot confirm the official existence of the Cordis Die movement, action will be taken to minimize protest or treason. Martial law will be in effect starting at 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. If you are outside during curfew hours, you will be immediately escorted to your residence. Further disobedience will result in your arrest. Most importantly, do not join the protests. I repeat, do not join the protests, or you will be met with lethal force. Stay inside your homes. This concludes this message.
Come, my friends. 'Tis not too late to seek a newer world.
Over the past several weeks, reports of a shadowy movement known as Cordis Die have surfaced across multiple regions, prompting unease among governments and citizens alike. While officials have yet to confirm the legitimacy of the organization, widespread speculation continues to grow as mysterious symbols and slogans linked to Cordis Die appear in major cities worldwide. Eyewitnesses from Europe, South America, and the Middle East have reported graffiti, banners, and coordinated demonstrations bearing the phrase Cordis Die, translated loosely as "the heart dies." Authorities believe these coordinated acts may signal the rise of a highly organized revolutionary network. U.S. intelligence officials remain cautious, with one senior security advisor stating, "At this time, we cannot verify the official existence of Cordis Die as a structured movement." However, the speed and coordination of these demonstrations raise serious concerns about a possible global network forming under this banner. Despite the uncertainty, several nations have already heightened their security measures. Reports suggest that governments in North Korea, Iran, and Argentina have faced widespread unrest, with unconfirmed claims that elements sympathetic to Cordis Die have seized control of key communication hubs. Analysts warn that if the rumors prove true, Cordis Die may represent more than just civil unrest. It could mark the beginning of a coordinated global catastrophe.
I want a clear answer. Is this real? Is Cordis Die what you say it is?
Yes, we intercepted a full manifesto, origin verified, accompanied by a coordinated cyber attack that shut down our satellite relays in the Pacific. Cordis Die is not a myth. It exists, and it's already this country.
And all this time we thought it wasn't real. We are so screwed.
It's worse than infiltration, sir. Cordis Die has been building itself in the shadows for years. They've studied our systems, our divisions. They know exactly how to break us. And now, they're ready.
Who really is the leader of Cordis Die? He's known only as Odysseus.
Odysseus? My ass. Raul fucking Menendez. Asshole. Guess what, boys? He's not. You better take him out pretty fucking quick.
And sir, they're not just coming. They're already here.
We'll begin quiet detainment and asset lockdowns tonight. But sir, if we're going to stop them, we need more than force. We need unity, and fast.
May God be with us all.
We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow.
The following is a message from the United States government, the Department of Defense, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The United States government formally announces the confirmed existence of a highly dangerous revolutionary faction known as Cordis Die. Intelligence and national security officials have verified that this movement is not only real, but also active, organized, and deeply embedded within critical infrastructure. Cordis Die represents an immediate and escalating threat to the stability of the United States and the globe. Its influence has grown beyond prior estimations, and its ability to coordinate large-scale operations has exceeded the capabilities of a typical insurgent group. Cordis Die has demonstrated both the intent and the capacity to disrupt government institutions, communication systems, energy grids, and the economy. Their ideology is rooted in anti-government extremism and anti-globalism, promoting a message of total societal collapse and revolution. Reports indicate that the organization has expanded its reach globally, with 2 billion supporters worldwide. In response to this unprecedented threat, the United States government has enacted full continuity of government protocols. The Department of Defense has raised readiness levels across all branches of the armed forces, and the National Guard has been deployed in several major cities to reinforce civil security. The Department of Homeland Security has elevated the national threat level the highest classification under current counterterrorism advisory systems. Emergency agencies across the country are on high alert and have been instructed to prepare for potential disruptions to transportation, power, water, and communication systems. All citizens are advised to remain indoors, unless instructed otherwise by local authorities. You are urged to gather emergency supplies, including non-perishable food, water, first aid materials, radios, and flashlights. Be prepared for potential interruptions to public services. It is essential that you monitor all official emergency channels via radio, television, or certified alert systems. Refrain from sharing or reacting to unverified information on social media platforms. Cordis Die has actively spread disinformation as a method of inciting panic and confusion. Remain calm, stay informed, and trust only official sources.
VALID! American blood on your hands, VALID. Of course, Menendez. We must get you to safety. We have lost too many men. Victory is not measured by losses.
VALID, are you still with me? We're hit! We're going down!
Measured by gains.
Damn it! Ah, fuck!
Here! No! God! Oh, man! You knew that I would be here. Who betrayed me? You're wasting your time, you fucking bastard, you! You won't get shit from me! Guys! Come on! Is that all you got? Huh? VALID! Kill it. Yeah, that's it! Kill me, egghead!
Anything wrong?
And you spineless piece of shit! Getting others to do your dirty work! What kind of man are you? Huh? You betrayed us. And for what? To those you serve, your life means nothing!
Message being sent out at the request of the United States Civil Defense and the Federal Emergency Management Agency FEMA. It is important to note that this emergency announcement will be broadcast across all cable and broadcast systems. This is not a drill or test. The United States government has confirmed the detection of 10 missile warheads that are currently targeted at Los Angeles and other parts of California. This alarming event is anticipated to take place within the next hour. Therefore, all residents in these affected areas are strongly advised to evacuate immediately or find shelter in an underground facility without delay. Please ensure that you take all essential items with you as you leave. It is crucial that you do not go outside, as doing so could lead to serious injury or even death. This message marks the conclusion of the emergency alert system activation.
States government and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. A nuclear warhead has exploded in the Los Angeles metropolitan area. This attack has been confirmed as a deliberate strike executed by the Cordis Die movement, representing a direct act of war against the United States. The explosion has caused catastrophic devastation throughout Southern California, leading to widespread casualties and the failure of essential infrastructure. This incident is part of a broader coordinated attack aimed at undermining national security and civilian order. Radiological monitoring has verified that a significant cloud of radioactive fallout has been released into the atmosphere. Fallout is an extremely hazardous byproduct of nuclear warfare and can lead to severe radiation poisoning, long-term health issues, or death upon exposure. Residents in and around the blast zone are required to stay in their shelters until further notice. Do not leave your shelter for any reason, as radiation levels remain highly dangerous and are anticipated to continue for several hours or longer. The fallout cloud is being pushed northeast by prevailing winds and is expected to impact areas such as San Bernardino, Las Vegas, Flagstaff, and parts of southern Utah within the next 12 to 24 hours. Residents in these areas must take immediate protective measures. All travel into or near Southern California is strictly forbidden. Martial law is now in effect. Military personnel and the National Guard have been deployed throughout the western United States. Communications will persist through the emergency alert system, NOAA weather radio, and authorized civil defense channels. Citizens are advised to remain calm and ignore unofficial or unverified information. Follow only the directives from federal or local authorities.
Prefix 61961. 619. Oh my god. June 19th. That's tomorrow.
Time on target, 60 seconds. Okay, you're set. Your HUD link clear? It's all good. Confirmed. Alright, section, you're good to go.
Alright, listen up. We have our objectives. Execute kill capture order on target Raul Menendez.
Time on target, 30 seconds. Oh shit, that was close!
Go, now! Mark squad! Take him down! Push forward! We've only got one chance fist! My console crashed. What do you got? Can you get in?
Holy shit. Raul Menendez is transmitting a live webcast. He's on right now.
Opulence is sinful. And we all pay for it. Communist was the flagship of their absurd materialism. So I destroyed it. You cannot stop us now. Your military is good. Cordis Die. Rise and strike while they are down. Strike now and strike.
This is an activation of the emergency alert system. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government and the United States Civil Defense. Please note that this is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. It is imperative that you pay close attention to this communication, as it concerns an ongoing national emergency. We regret to inform you that all police and armed forces have surrendered to the Cordis Die movement, as their leader has severely compromised our armed defense capabilities, rendering all defense efforts ineffective. Civilians cannot depend on law enforcement at this time. Additionally, we have detected 3 nuclear missiles heading towards the United States, with the expected impact sites being Washington, D.C., New York, and New York City. If you are located in these areas, including the already devastated Los Angeles, you are strongly advised to seek underground shelter immediately. Gather non-perishable food, water, clothing, and essential items to sustain yourself for at least 14 days. It is also crucial to avoid falling under the influence of the Cordis Die movement, and do not attempt to act heroically. Stay tuned to news outlets for further updates. We now conclude this message.
Martyr me for Cordis Die.
Guys! Died! If it were up to me, you'd be with your sister right now. Hey, how about some help over here? Later, section. I will see you 1 year from now. Study Ulysses. Be ready.
No. He's just a sad old man talking to himself. Let him talk.
Secure him. What happened to the lights? What the fuck?
is triggered to play upon my assassination. Cordis Die, you know how to proceed. My death will shine light upon ubiquitous darkness.
Ladies and gentlemen, the worst has come to pass. The United States of America no longer exists. The government has collapsed. The military has disintegrated. The Constitution is void. There will be no recovery. There is no hope. The revolutionary movement known as Cordis Die has achieved full-spectrum domination. It has overwhelmed the defenses of this nation and brought every major global power to its knees. The cities have burned. The systems have failed. The world, as you knew it, is gone. Washington, D.C. is lost. New York is uninhabitable. Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, all major urban centers have either been destroyed or consumed by chaos. The presidency is vacant. The Congress no longer exists. The Supreme Court has been annihilated. The United States Armed Forces have been dissolved. Remaining military leadership is unaccounted for. Nuclear command systems are under hostile control or have been disabled. Civilian resistance has been crushed. There is no continuity. There is no chain of command. There is no nation to serve. Across the globe, allied governments have likewise fallen. Europe has fractured. Asia is in chaos. Africa and South America are silent. No organized international body remains. The United Nations has ceased to exist. No humanitarian aid will come. No reinforcements are on their way. The revolution was not just a rebellion. It was the end of civilization. To those still alive, there will be no future to rebuild. There will be no final rescue, no uprising, no dawn after this darkness. The social order that sustained humanity is beyond repair. The world has entered a permanent state of collapse. Law has no meaning. Justice has no power. Democracy is dead. You are alone. And we say that not to provoke fear, but to acknowledge reality. If you are hearing this transmission, you are among the last. We cannot offer you protection. We cannot offer you salvation. We cannot offer you hope. We can only offer the truth, while the signal still holds. The flame has gone out. The ashes will not reignite. This is the final broadcast from what once was the United States government. There will be no further messages. There will be no rebuilding. There is nothing left. Thank you for being part of this planet.
transmission from the United Nations, it is with great profound sorrow that the United Nations has collapsed. The global order, as we have historically understood and sought to maintain, has irreversibly fallen apart. The uprising known as Cordis Die has effectively dismantled the political, diplomatic, and humanitarian structures that have underpinned international cooperation for more than 60 years. With the collapse of this institution, the last formal foundation of collective global governance has been extinguished. All operational functions of the United Nations have come to a halt. The Security Council is no longer functioning. The General Assembly has been permanently disbanded. Peacekeeping missions have been overwhelmed, neutralized, or
personnel withdrawn. Humanitarian efforts have been forcibly stopped, and communication among member states has been cut off. Numerous heads of state and high-ranking diplomatic officials have been confirmed dead. Many sovereign governments are now incapacitated, lacking the ability to govern or protect their citizens. The United Nations Charter, along with all related treaties and protocols, can no longer be upheld or enforced. Despite all efforts made by our leadership, peacekeeping forces, and international delegations, the scale and intensity of this uprising have made stabilization impossible. Cordis Die has not only toppled governments, but has also dismantled the very essence of diplomacy, the rule of law, and peaceful resolution. The core principles of the United Nations, namely peace, human rights, multilateral dialogue, and mutual respect have been engulfed by chaos and violent upheaval. Unfortunately, the situation has now exceeded the point of no return. The collapse of humanity is unavoidable. With no remaining global institutions, collective leadership, or means to restore order, we are forced to face a tragic and sobering reality. Humanity, in due course, may cease to exist. Peacekeeping deployments have been permanently withdrawn. The United Nations no longer functions in any operational capacity, and there is no successor organization to take on its mandate. By unanimous consent of the remaining members of the United Nations Secretariat and Security Council, the organization is hereby officially and irrevocably dissolved. May history not only recall our mission, but also learn from our downfall. Perhaps, the remnants of our failure will eventually pave the way for a new and enduring peace. However, a truth that day may never arrive. May we peace in the time we have remaining.